Hey guys, we made it to day 3. We're sitting in 27th place here at Pickwick Bassmaster Elite Series in Florence, Alabama. Excited to get out there on day 3. I'm really looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it after day 2 weigh-in because I knew I had a chance to go catch some. I knew I was going to be around a lot of fish. So I get down there to my starting spot, which is the bar where I caught them on day 2. I get up there, I make 2 casts, don't get a bite. My 3rd cast, I catch a 3-pounder on a flat-sided red spring crawl type colored crankbait. Make a few more casts after I catch that one. I may catch a smaller keeper or 2 after that, and then everything just dies. I don't get any more bites. I'm not getting anything, and I know there's still fish there. So I pick up a chartreuse blackback crankbait, just a flat-side homemade balsa crankbait. Just a small, it's probably a 2-inch crankbait. I'll get into it a little bit later, but it's they're only diving 2 or 3 feet, and I'm holding my rod up, this and that. Anyways, I change colors, and within 2 casts, I catch a really big smallmouth. It ends up weighing like 460 something. You know, just a really key fish that I'm going to need for that day, because I know I'm going to have over 20 to even have a shot at moving up and having a chance to make day 4. So I've got one of the right fish in the box. Fish around there a little bit longer, catch another one close to 3 pounds on the chartreuse crankbait. Never actually get another bite on that red crankbait, which is very odd because those fish are just sitting up there to feed, and you would think anything that comes by their face they would bite. But I don't know if they had just seen it so much after the last 2 days or what, but had to make that color change to get a few extra bites. But after I caught that last 3-pounder, everything really died there, and I didn't just want to sit there all day and just kind of run myself into the ground. I wanted to go try and make a few moves to try and make a really big jump in the standings. So I run back up near the area where I fished in day 1, but I just fished different stretches of bank. And I got up there and I fished around for about an hour and a half, and it's like wasn't really happening. And then I got on one stretch, and it was literally just, I don't know if it was a magic stretch that they just pulled up onto when I pulled up, but I caught 5 or 6 down this stretch that literally coiled everything I had in the boat except for that smallmouth. And all I was doing was flipping a Z-Crawl, blueberry color with a 3/8 ounce arc tungsten weight, 4-aught Gamakatsu straight shank flipping hook. The same combo I had on day 1 flipping, I happened to hit that magical stretch where I caught a 3-pounder, I caught another 3-pounder, I caught a 3 1/4, I caught a 3 1/2. Then like, I'm almost at the end of this stretch, and you can see it on film, as I pitch over there, and I'm telling myself, I was like, I need another big one. I need a 5-pounder. And I pitch over, and it's just kind of easing off. And when I sticker, you can actually hear me say it in the video, I said, that's her. And I knew it was a big fish. I didn't know how big it was. I boat flip it, weigh it. It's literally like a 5-pounder on the nose. It coils out a 3, so that's a 2-pound coil. I'm fishing around some more, don't get many more bites. It's like, well, I'm just gonna go back to this stretch where I got the bites. And as I'm doing that, one of the Bassmaster camera guys comes around, and he jumps in the boat with me, and we're going back up this stretch. I pitch over there and I hop it up on a little shallow, just little reed, goofy looking thing with some limbs on it, and the fish actually boils on it and gets it. Set the hook, fight it around. He gets some good shots of it. It ends up being a 4 1/2-pounder, which is another 1.5 pound coil. Which on my Rapala scales pushes me up to, it says I have like 20.32 or something like that. I know it's not enough. I know I'm probably not going to fall any, but I know I need like 2 more 5-pound bites, and I flipped around for another 2 hours and didn't get any more. Got back to weigh in, dropped them on the scales. We ended up having 20 pounds, 9 ounces, which you can't laugh about, you can't be mad about. I mean, anytime you can go out and catch 20 pounds is always a good day. I dug myself a little bit too much of a hole on day 1 with a 13.7 to have a chance to make it to day 4. But that's how tournaments goes. It could have went a lot worse. It could have went better. But I'm really blessed and fortunate for it to have went the way that it did. But we ended up finishing in 16th place. That's 2. We got a 15th place at St. John's, a 59th at Knoxville, Fort Loudon, Tellico, and now we have a 16th place at Pickwick. All right, guys. Now I'm going to give you a rundown of the baits that was key for me at Pickwick, and these are, I've actually still got them tied on from the tournament. This is a Z-Crawl from Zoom. It's the big one, not the junior, in blueberry color. A Gamakatsu 4-aught straight shank flipping hook, arc tungsten 3/8 ounce weight. The rod I was using is an art reinforcer. It's a 7.4 heavy. Anytime I'm flipping a lighter weight than a half, I like a 7.4. Anything over a half ounce, I like a 7.6. 22-pound shooter fluorocarbon from Sunline. Lew's Pro TI reel. You know, it's just again, I say this in almost every one of my videos, this reel is my workhorse. But that was my flipping setup. That's what I caught all my flipping fish on. The cranking fish on the bar, I threw a couple different crankbaits out there. You know, most of the time it was a flat-sided deal. This is actually a Berkeley Fritz side, the Junior. I had it on 16-pound Sunline shooter fluorocarbon. Lew's Custom Pro reel. This is a 6:8 to 1 gear ratio. And the rod is real key anytime you're cranking. This is a 7.2 medium, but it's a regular action, so it's got a little bit of a parabolic bend that lets those fish be able to get that crankbait and you not really jerk it away from them. Like I said, I was throwing a red, you know, a crawl color pattern, and then the day 3 crankbait that I caught the big smallmouth on, and the other 3-pounder is just it's a homemade balsa bait. It has the same profile as that Fritz side, just probably a 2-inch bait. But again, I think the flat side was key, just to get me an extra few bites or two. This is also 16-pound shooter fluorocarbon, same reel, same rod, same everything. But just that small profile with the flat side, being able to throw it, keep my rod up and let it run about 2 feet deep, I think was really key to me not having to work the bait as fast. Whereas if I was throwing a lipless or something out there, that I'd have to reel it really fast to keep it from getting hung up in the rocks and the gravel and stuff like that. But that's the 3 baits mainly that I caught some on. I caught a few more on a spinner, or I caught one on a spinnerbait on day 1 that I weighed in. It was just a Zorro white-bladed spinnerbait, nothing special about it. But those were the 4 key baits that I used all week. Again, got away from Pickwick with a really good finish. Up next, we have the Sabine River, which is, it's going to set up the way I like to fish, but me never have been there. It's a really, really big place. I feel like you need to get into an area and just settle down and fish and catch as many as you can. So we're going to put a couple arc flipping sticks in our hand, maybe a swim jig from Dirty Jigs, and see what we can do. But, you know, again, I hope you guys learned something about fishing at Pickwick when the water comes up 6 feet in 2 days. Appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.